Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This will just be a short video. Just want to get into this article that I found a little while ago on End Time Headlines. And it goes, View host says Democrats taking View host says Democrats taking Trump off state ballots will create an appearance of a rigged election. So basically it's going to cause what she's saying, which you could probably find this on YouTube that she said it, but just going to focus on the article. Basically, this could cause pretty much division amongst people who are with Biden or still with Biden or who believe in the Democrats, and those who are with Trump. And the scriptures speak about this thing, right? Simple, common precepts that we always get. Isaiah 19, Mark. I'll get those as well, but I'm just mentioning them now. Isaiah the 19th chapter and Mark the 3rd chapter, right? So let's go into this, and Lord's willing, it's edifying. It says the View co-host Sarah Haynes argued Democrats' efforts to remove former President Trump from state ballots for 2024 would backfire by creating a vision of a rigged election. Last week, Maine's Democratic Secretary of State Shayna Bellows ruled that Trump was barred from running for president in her state because he allegedly engaged in insurrection. Though his actions leading up to and during January 6th of 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol, Bellows denied politics played a role in her decision in an interview with NPR. The Maine decision followed a similar ruling by Colorado Supreme Court blocking Trump from the state's primary ballot. He's expected to appeal both rulings, the AP reported. Right? So basically, you got still some people who still believe in Trump, think that Trump, should have still been president because they believe that the election was rigged and things like that. And you got some people who are most likely still for Biden, and who also still believe in, the Democrats that are like, hell no, we don't want Trump back. Look at what he did with the January 6th riot. We don't want a president that could cause stuff like that. Who knows what else craziness he might bring in this country and things like that, right? So there's a division amongst the American people. You have people who are for Trump, people for Biden. People who are for Biden or for the Democrats will say, like I just gave an example, we don't want Trump back up in here. Look at what he did with the January 6th thing. He caused an insurrection. He caused that thing to happen on Capitol Hill with his words. We don't want a president like that. What else could he do, right? And then you have those who are against Biden or who are for Trump that's saying, look at how Biden's destroyed our country. Get this guy out of here and put Trump back in. Things were better when they were with Trump, right? So you have that division amongst the American people, which I'll get that precept right now, actually. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. It says, I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his neighbor, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? So you have the blue states versus the red states right now, right? Right? You have Edomites going at each other, right? Some are for Biden, some are for Trump. It said, continuing on, it says, on Tuesdays, The View Haynes argued these efforts would cause more division and reinforce Trump's position that Democrats are trying to interfere in the 2024 election. Haynes said she agreed with former Obama advisor David Axelrod and Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom's arguments that Democrats must beat Trump at the polls instead. And side note, presidents aren't elected, they're selected. They're selected by the elites. Any president that goes into office has already been selected by the elites, and they're the puppets of the elites. They're basically the mouthpiece of the elites. You common people that vote for these people or go to those voting ballots, you're really wasting your time and energy doing that because you don't choose your president. The elites, the higher-ups, they're the ones that choose the presidents. So all that voting thing is all for nothing. But if you choose to go and vote, go ahead and vote and think that your vote is going to make a difference. Continuing, it says, the point I would say here is I actually agree with Governor Gavin Newsom and David Axelrod. These are Democrats, leading Democrats, that say this would really cause a division that's almost insurmountable, Haynes began. The co-host said she believed voters should be the ones to deny Trump re-election. She predicted the U.S. Supreme Court would overturn these rulings in a 9-0 vote. I think the division this will cause because what will happen is that martyrdom will be one step more. We have a nation that doesn't believe in democracy, doesn't believe in voting. Everyone that loses says it was rigged and failed. I think this will create a visual to the people that this was rigged, that this was a rigged election. I do, Haynes argued. Staunch Trump critic Joy Behar disagreed. I think that the law will stand and people should follow the law. Listen, if you're not going to allow an amendment, then why don't we have Taylor Swift run for president? She replied in exasperation. All right. And all these shows is just really foolishness. Most of these shows now just have a bunch of women just talking a bunch of nonsense on TV. But that's not what we're here for. What was the next piece about? Oh, yeah, Mark. So right now we're seeing a divided nation. Right. Matter of fact, before I get this, because, people think that who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ came to bring everybody together and things like that. No. So you people don't really read the scriptures. You don't really know the Lord, right? Let me see if I can find that. Ooh. Here we go. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, division, right? So people thinking that the Lord was all about bringing everybody together and things like that. Nah, the Lord is not about that, right? NLT, just to make it simple for you. Don't imagine that I came to bring peace on earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword, right? And usually a sword represents division. One person's on this side, another person stands for that side. All right, continuing on, verse 35, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household, right? So Yahushua came to bring division. Now, this is not saying that the Lord is a homewrecker or things like that, but hey, for the truth's sake, if you believe in this truth, you have to divide yourself from your family spiritually, right? Now, not saying physically, but hey, if you so choose to, move out the house and things like that, that's your prerogative, but it is more of a spiritual division amongst your family, meaning that you're not going to engage in the things that your family does. Hey, if your family is a believer in voting, and I'm speaking to those who are Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, if your family is one that believes in voting, that believes in democracy and things like that, you have to separate yourself. You have to be at variance with them and say, nah, I'm not for this, for America. I'm not for the continuation of this kingdom. I am for the downfall of this kingdom, because that's how we're going to get our kingdom, the kingdom of righteousness, the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yashar, wherein dwelleth righteousness, because there is no righteousness here in this land. Now let's get Mark 3. This is Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. See, so if this nation is against each other, it can't stand, it can't stay together. It's only going to have what? A downfall. Right? Mark chapter 3 and verse 24 in the NLT, it says, a kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. And very funny how we're in the year 2024 now, and I believe that Civil War movie is supposed to come out, if I'm not mistaken, in April. Predictive programming, showing you that what? They know that a civil war is coming amongst the people. And they do these things. They use certain situations like with Donald Trump and the January 6th thing to cause that division amongst the people. The elites know this. Order out of chaos. Order ab chaos, right? Order out of chaos. In order for them to get the order they want, they have to create the chaos. They have to create the problem, then come with the solution. Right? But all these things that we're seeing right now are already written in the scriptures. So we'll see what happens with this. As the scriptures say, Yahushua told us to watch as well as pray. So we'll see what happens with this whole, Trump thing and things like that. But I just wanted to do a short video on this and, bring out some edification on it as well. So I pray that this was edifying. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash, Shalom.